Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at this week's pre-orders, and they are live. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. Alright, so here we have this week's pre-orders, and there are quite a few new items on here. So first off, we have the Warhammer Underworlds, the brand new starter set. $60 for this set, and it does bring back two of the old relic warbands. So if you were after either the Stormcast or the Skeletons, this is an opportunity to get a hold of them again. So very cool, and also a great deal if you were going to purchase just one of those warbands at retail price. It would be somewhere around like 40 bucks. So getting the whole box set for like 60 bucks is a nice deal. And then we have the new warband, Weird Hollow, the Headsman's Curse. So these guys are pretty cool, nice models, come with their own decks and everything for play. $42 for them, and this is a brand new warband. We also have the Warhammer Underworlds Weird Hollow VoidCursed Thralls Rivals deck. So $29 for this deck, and from what I understand, it is compatible with this season with any of the warbands. So if your warband needs some additional help, maybe some Thrall cards are what you need. Then moving on here, we see the Space Marine Heroes Series 3 Death Guard. And obviously, this is all about the Malignant Plaguecaster. So unfortunately, already gone. Not surprising, as this guy has been extremely rare for literally years at this point in time. The other guys were all released in the United States, but he has never been available before. So no surprise to see them sold out in literally seconds. And then we do see the Chibi figures Series 2. So this is interesting because they have severely changed how this works. So it's $11.50 for a single blind bag. So you get one random chibi. Now, I picked up the first set of these guys, and I think I paid $15, maybe even $12 for all 5 of the originals. So these things have literally gone up by like 5 times in price. I'm not sure if at a later point in time they will be cheaper, but it looks like these have just gone up substantially. So you used to be able to get the entire set for like $15, like $3 a piece. Now it's $11.50 per, or like 60 bucks for the set. So substantial increase in price. And then we see Yndrasta, the Celestial Spear limited edition, 65 bucks for this. With all the limited editions, they are super cool. This one in particular is extremely limited, only 1,250 signed and numbered copies. So I do expect this to sell out very quickly. And it is pretty cool. The story of Yndrasta is pretty awesome. And obviously the limited nature of this book and also the cool art and everything, I suspect these are going to be gone pretty quickly. So if you are after one of these, I wouldn't mess around. And then just kind of scrolling down here, we see the leftover Lizardmen, all of the stuff from last week's releases. So if you are after some of that Seraphon stuff here. And then we see the limited edition Battle Tome still available as well. One thing I specifically noticed about this, which I do like, and I'm about to pat Games Workshop on the back on this, they bumped up the amount of copies that they made on the limited Seraphon army book to 500. In the past, all of the Warhammer Sigmar battle tomes, the limited ones, have been only 400 copies. So they did an extra 25%, which is absolutely awesome, because that little extra bit has meant the difference between this selling out almost immediately and still being available a week later. And you know, while we're talking about it as well, that's another really big reason that I love that they brought back this set. Now, even though obviously it sold out in seconds, we can see there's tons of demand for it. But this Plaguecaster right here is the only Plaguecaster other than the one that came in the original box set that you can now buy in like the bundle box. So if you don't like the pose on the other one, which I don't, this is a unique pose, which is pretty awesome. And also, this guy has been selling over the last couple of years for between like $200 and $400 because it was so rare. And now Games Workshop has brought it back. Now, granted, obviously they didn't make enough because it sold out immediately again, but this will at least help out the market. And that being said, they also did something very similar last week with the made to order. There was that limited edition Space Marine Company Champion with the sword like in a pretty cool pose, and that guy was extremely hard to get. It was an event exclusive mini, and he wasn't selling for nearly as much. He was somewhere around like 60 or 70 bucks, but the fact that they brought him back at made to order for like 35 bucks is awesome. I really like the idea of Games Workshop actually going out of their way to provide the minis that people want, specifically the ones that have been hard to get in the past that have like ridiculous resale values. Now a quick message from today's sponsor. CMO Games has been selling Games Workshop products online for over 20 years. They carry the full line of Games Workshop products, including Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, Necromunda, Blood Bowl, paint tools, and more. Almost all Games Workshop products are priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games takes pre-orders for most Games Workshop products released at their earliest date possible. 12:01 a.m. on Saturday, they go live. Most of these pre-order products are also priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games offer free shipping in the US 48 with an order of $50 or more. Their customer service is top-notch and they ship most orders within 24 hours. Visit CMOGames.com using the affiliate link in the description and let them know that you heard about CMO Games from Warhammer Man. Now, back to the video. So yeah, I got to give it to Games Workshop. Big pat on the back on these. Let me know also if you picked up these Chibi figures and you remember the exact prices. Because I'm pretty sure I paid $15 for all 5 of those originals. I'll have to double check if I still have the receipt with them. But interesting to see how much the price has gone up on those. So now, obviously, these Chibi figures are an officially licensed product, so it's not on Games Workshop necessarily to like set the prices, etc. But I do think it's strange how much more they are. $11.50 a piece for these guys is a lot. They're cool in person, and they're definitely neat to like put on your desk or collect or whatever. And I do like the ones in this series. Overall, pretty cool models. Obviously, the top 3, we've seen quite a few Space Marines. But at $11.50, I think these prices are pretty ridiculous. Maybe it's only because they were so cheap before, but they have released a calendar last year as well that was like 30 Space Marines in it or something like that. And it was like $100, which put them at about like $3 a piece. So it definitely seems like a pretty substantial increase in the price on these guys. I'm not sure if that's manufacturing related or profit related, but it does seem like quite a jump. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this week. Not a ton of releases here. Kind of like taking a little bit of a week or 2 off for Games Workshop as we kind of ramp up for the big Leviathan reveal. It's pretty much confirmed at this point in time that the NDA basically ended, like the period where people were blacked out and couldn't talk about stuff. And now we're seeing tons and tons of Leviathan content. If you haven't seen it already, they released the rulebook for free. There's a link for that, so you can start learning the new Warhammer 10th edition rules. And there's probably like 1,000 YouTube videos from people that have teamed up with Games Workshop that have the early access to either the entire box set, the rules, the models, etc. So tons and tons of new content out there. Highly recommend you check out your favorite content creator that is working in tandem with Games Workshop, so you can see some of this cool new content, see what's coming in the box. And then it looks like realistically we'll probably go into like a 2-week pre-order period. I'm expecting them to announce as early as tomorrow, Sunday, that Leviathan will go on pre-order the following week. And then there will likely be a 2-week pre-order period. And then the release will be somewhere around the 3rd or last week in June. So we're not 100% confirmed yet, but it seems very likely that that's going to be our time frame. So yeah, that's it for this week. Let me know what you're most excited about, what you're going to be picking up. Also, if you do remember the exact price retail on those Chibi figures, I am curious because, to tell you the truth, at like $3 to $5 a piece, I pick them all up and I'm happy to have them. But at $11.50, it's an easy pass for me. So, well, that's it for today. Special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the video. Check out the link in the description to save 15% on your Warhammer purchases. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man, and I'm out of here.